So let me say good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored for you to give me this opportunity to lead this session, or to coordinate rather this session. I quite appreciate you. Let me first of all appreciate the Vice Chancellor of this university, Obafemi University, who is running with, and that's even why we are here today. I also appreciate the support of his management as well, his management team, to make this possible. And time will not also permit me to begin to mention the professors that are here as well as others within this university who have been contributing to the progress of this university. But then I have to mention a few. I cannot but talk about, appreciate my dean in the Faculty of Tech. Sorry, my name is Michael Awolowo, and I'm in African Institute for Science, Policy and Innovation. And then ISP is under the Faculty of Technology. So if I'm doing this today, it is because first, I was permitted by my HOD in person of Dr. Mrs. Olaposi, who was even the first person on this platform this morning. So you're welcome, ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
At the same time, also, I cannot but talk about my dean, who also make this to happen as well, because he permitted me to post the advert for this event on the faculty platform without questioning me, which means it's in support of some of these things that we are doing. And at the same time, I cannot but appreciate my past dean as well. In fact, she's my mommy. She's even one of those people that have been around now on this platform in the last 20 minutes, in person of Professor Taiwo, Mrs. Taiwo. Thank you, ma. You're welcome, ma. And I also appreciate all other professors who are online with us now. Time will not permit me to begin to mention your name. I appreciate you all. At the same time, I cannot but appreciate Dr. Sumanu of Konwa. In fact, the discussion actually started on that platform, and Dr. Sumanu threw his weight behind it. He really supported it, and he rallied around his member to be involved. And I can tell you today that a good number of people of his platform are here with us. I also appreciate our university. I did not seek their intention or their audience before posting on their platform, and they welcomed it. So I thank everybody. One of the main reasons why we are here, there are about 7 items we have itemized for us to achieve in this training. But I think the first thing that most people are talking about, are requesting that they want us to do first, is to be able to communicate with large classes. Normally, we know that Google Meet, the maximum that Google Meet will allow is 100 participants. But today, we are going to demonstrate how you can use that to communicate with more than 100 students. You can do as 200, 300, 400, even 1,000, 2,000 students. And let me tell you, I did not make any notes for this workshop. So we're going to be doing it together. But then after, we can make some notes and then send to us. So, but I'm going to explain the procedure, and then we'll begin to do hands-on. Number one, what you have to do is you have to be equipped with your email address of the university. Because the email address of the university, which is your Gmail account, has some privileges which has been permitted by Google Corporation, which your ordinary Gmail account will not permit you to do. The OAU is seen as an educational institution, so it has been upgraded on their platform. So what that means is once you log in with your email, with OAU domain, you can do a number of things. So the first thing we're going to do is to log in with our email that has been given to us by the university. So you log in into your email, and after you have logged in with your email, within your email environment, there are a number of Google applications. If you look at what we have on our screen, it is a Google learning system, not just Google Meet. Google Meet is one of the applications of Google learning system. So Google learning system is a broader body where Google Meet is a subset, your Google Mail is a subset, Jamboard is a subset, your Google Drive is a subset, and a lot of that. So that I'm going to show you that now. I'm going to go to my Google email and then show you. All right, so this is I'm in my email environment. Can you see that from your end? Okay, so
yes.
As well, that's whatever I'm doing. Okay, so now if you look at the email environment, you will see this button. Can you see Google Apps? Once you click on that, it will give you a drop-down menu. That drop-down menu will lead you to a number of applications that I talked about. You can see accounts, you can see Gmail, you can see Drive, you can see Docs, you can see Sheets, you can see Slides. You can now see your Google Meet and a few others.
Okay.
Now, yes. So there are so many ways by which you can connect to each of these. If you like, you can click on this, on whichever one you want from here. But I think the first one we are going to be working with is our Google Drive. So I am going to click from my end here. When you click on your Google Drive, you can upload as many things as possible on your Google Drive. Google Drive is more or less like your mobile folders. It's just like your folder on your computer, on your local computer. You can load your PowerPoint there, you can load your thesis in MS Word, you can load your statistical analysis, you can load your anything whatsoever. You can load your video in your Google Drive. Such that if you are not with your laptop at any point in time, say you travel abroad like our senior colleagues do all the time, you may not have to carry your laptop. Once you get to the other end, all you just need is just gain an access to the internet, log into your email, and begin to work with your files. So that's the beauty of your Google Drive. And then the Google Drive they also work hand in hand with all other applications within the Google system. So the Google Drive, you can also put your PowerPoint presentation of your students in your Google Drive. It's also possible for you to put it on your local drive, but then you have limitations to that. You know, like I said, if peradventure you have your hard disk crashed, or maybe your laptop is stolen, God forbid, but you never can tell of eventualities, you can't predict eventualities. So if you have any challenge, you can then fall back on your file on your Google Drive and then pull it out. And wherever you are, in the corner of your home, or maybe while you're even traveling abroad, in transit, you can even take your classes. Your students will not even know wherever you are, because that's the comfort of you working from anywhere and at any time. So just bring up your file and begin to demonstrate to the students. So today I'm going to click on that, and you see the files that I have in my folder, in a Google account. Okay, this is what I have. And let me quickly show you all the forms that we have been completing. It was also designed by Google Form. And the database, I was receiving it from my end here on my desk within the same Google environment. So look at the number of responses here. I have 113. I think additional few people have also added in the last few minutes. So this is what I have here. And if you want to look at the report that we're talking about, we have gender, 110 responses, about 69%. So for male, 69%, and about 30 for female. So if you look at the number of people that responded to will you be available for the online workshop, 111 responses. And then we have 99% who said no. And the last one, if you look at, because we're having dilemma about which time do we go for, but then we gave the participants the opportunity to tell us what best time will be suitable for them. And if you look at what we have on the screen here, the leading category is 39.8%, which says that we meet at 10 to 11. The other one, which is 31.9%, says that we should meet at 11 and 12. So you will not blame me for knocking out the people that voted for 9 to 10. So that is that. So this is what you can do. So you can, and then some of the suggestions that people are putting in, this is what we have here. You can flip through if you have that. You can see that here. You can see it here. You can see it here. So those are some of the things that you can do. At the same time, like I said, I was presenting to you, you can bring out your PowerPoint to begin to make your presentation. This is one of my PowerPoints. This is from my local disk. And this is another one. Let me click this from the beginning. So you can have multiple slides.
Question, sir.
You know, yes, ma'am.
When are we allowed to ask questions?
You can cut in at any point in time. This is an interactive class now. So okay, can we listen to you if you have any?
Sorry, going back to the Google Drive.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, could you go back to that slide so that I will pick what I want to say?
Okay, all right.
Google Drive.
Okay, ma'am.
It says my drive here.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Please click on it.
Because it's okay, because it's actually your drive. It does not belong to me.
I know. Click on it.
Okay.
I want my question will come up after you click on it.
I've done that, and that's where I am at the moment.
When I clicked on it, it gave me folders, it gave me files, the option. So my question is, are we going to be loading the documents one by one, or there's a way to carry everything and dump inside?
Oh, okay. It's possible. Let's start from here. Let's assume that my drive is fresh and I don't have any document in it. The first thing you do is you go to new. Can you see this?
Where is new?
This is new here. I'm hovering over it now.
Okay.
You click on new, and you will see another drop-down menu, which would allow you to possibly create folder by clicking here to create folder, and then you can name it, or by scrolling down here and click on file upload. If I click on file upload here, it will take me to my local disk where I have all my files loaded, which I'm going to do now. Or if you want to have an option of creating the file directly from Google Drive, you just want to begin to make your maybe PowerPoints or make your Word documents. You don't want to lose your file, because each time you are working on your Google Drive will automatically save your work for you. So you don't have to bother your head, oh, let me save before I lose my work. No, Google Drive is saving your work immediately as you are working on it. So you can decide to go to Google Docs, like your Microsoft Word, and then begin to make your the inputs into your Word documents, whatever you intend to do there. Another one is the Google Sheet, like your Excel sheets. You can continue to do that, whatever you want to. And then another one is the Google Slide. You can actually prepare your slides for your presentation within the Google environment. So once you click here, you have the same environment like you would do with your normal Microsoft Word. So you click here and you begin to work with it. So I'm going to demonstrate by clicking on file upload as if I want to upload a file. So once you click here, it will bring a dialog box that will allow you to go into the files that you have on your system. So these are the files I have on my system. I can navigate through my folders. I can go to my PC and then pick whichever drive I want to work with, and then click on my files. Now, coming back to your question, this is my desktop. I click on, let me click on CV. I click on another thing. You can see POI, another POI 1600. Can you see that? I have selected 2 documents. I can apparently select more than one.
Okay.
So to do that, you just, once you click on the first one, on the first document you intend to upload, of different formats. You can upload Word together. You can upload Word with PDF, with whatever. So once you click on that first one, then if the other files you want to click, you want to upload rather, you also follow it. The next thing you have to do is just click your shift and then click the last one. You get my argument. I'll start again. The first one I click here is my CV, which is a Word document. So the last document I want to click here is leveraging indigenous innovation. So I am going to click my shift now and then click, make my normal click my right click selected. So the next thing is now I'm going to open this now, put this on. So you can fall back on it. So I think that's clear, Matthews. So
thank you.
Now, yes. So if you now want to create, let us create a Word document here, because we will need that to create our rooms. Now, what you do, the secret of working with multiple classes is you have to create, let us listen very well here, attentively here. You have to create multiple windows for your platforms. And when you are creating multiple windows, as you plan to create multiple windows, then in that case, you have to create multiple meetings as well in your Google Meet. You have to create multiple meetings and then copy each of the codes and store them somewhere. So what you have to do is, after storing them somewhere, you have to create links for each room of you copy the link and you put it somewhere. Room B, copy the link, you put it there. Room C, room 4, room 5, whatever you like, you copy the link. But then, how do you then append the link or the links with the name of the class or the name of the room? It is what we're going to do in Google Docs. But I'll come back to that and then go back to how to create the meetings. I'll come back to that. I'll go back to how to create the meeting. Like I said, if you plan now, for example, that you want to host 300 students, so you have to create 3 platforms. The first platform may be your room A, the second platform may be your room B, the third platform may be your room C. If you want to create for 500, you create additional 2. You want to create for 1,000 people, it's a multiple of 100, like I said. So the maximum each meeting can take is 100. So depends on whatever you want to do. So once you create that meeting, you then have to direct your students or your audience, your participants, to that same room, so that each person will know which room do I join. They may decide to join whichever rooms they like. That's what I do that's what we do for our students in high school. So we just give them the opportunity to join any room whatsoever they want to join. And most of the time you find out that once they want to join, they always like to join from the first one, from room A. So once that one is filled up, they quickly rush to the next one. They quickly rush to the next one and things like that. So you are free to join whichever room you want. But it's also possible. Maybe you are organizing a conference or a workshop and you want to classify the rooms. You want to tell them different things at different times and things like that, and then you want to integrate them. That's also possible. You may also decide and say, oh, wait a minute, I just want the students in material science to be in one group. I also want another student to be from computer science to be in another group. I also want other students, maybe in food science, to be in another group. So you would not reveal that code. You only forward different rooms to different groups, whichever you want them to join. So that is that. So let's now begin to do some demonstrations. And what we want to do now, we'll go back to our email that we have logged in, which is what I am going to do. And that is where I am going to call up the Google Meet to create our meeting sessions. So you click here, like I said, you come here, your Google app, you click that. And then you look for Google Meet. This is what you have here. Once you click on Google Meet, it will allow you to begin to create your video conferencing environment, your classrooms. So can you see that? I am going to do this. Here it's saying enter a code. I'm going to do that now by typing. You can just, it's an arbitrary whatever. It doesn't have anything to do. I always like to call it room A. If you like, you can say room C, room 1, group A, group B, whatever you like. So you just click on new meetings. To click on new meetings, you will see it like a drop-down menu giving you 3 options. You see create a meeting for later. You will see start an instant meeting. If you want to start a meeting now, you may not even prepare to come. Just tell people to meet you maybe on a particular platform, maybe your Instagram, your Telegram. Just click the meeting here now, and then create an instant meeting, and then you can disseminate to them. But then it's always good to schedule classes or to schedule meetings before you gather, so that at least your people are well prepared. So me, what I normally use is to create meeting for later. Since you want to schedule your meeting for a later use, you create a meeting for later. So once you click on that, it will generate a code. I don't like to mute all. Hello everyone, somebody is talking at the background. So we are creating our meetings, and like I said, you go to your, yes, this is my first meeting. You click here to copy. You click here to copy your meeting into the memory of your computer. As you copy into the memory of your computer, you have to open a notepad. Open a notepad, paste it there, Control V or whichever way you know how to post. And then in front of it, put room A. Press for a later meeting. That code is generated. You click here to copy. You go back to your notepad, okay? And then you have to ensure that you don't mistakenly tamper with those codes. Because once you mistakenly tamper with the code, your people, your participants will not be able to connect, because the URL, the path will be wrong, will have been wrong if you do that. So you go back again and then say room C and say new meetings for a later meeting. You copy that. You go back and then post it in your room and call that room C. I'm going to do up to 5 rooms, because one of the things that somebody said is, I want to see how that 500 and over is possible. So you go back again and say room D and just say new meetings. Copy that. And then you close. You go back to your, because you are saving it here. Don't forget you are saving it here. You have not done anything to it. Saving. Excuse me. And then you say new meetings, create for a later meeting. Copy that. And then you also save it here as a room E. Now you are good to go. But don't forget, save this somewhere. Keep this somewhere, put the file name to safeguard it. Put a file name. Let's put it here. Let's say this is training. I'm creating a folder, let's say workshop on Google Akada workshop. Okay, so you can put it in that folder and then just give it
a this on your local disk.
Yes, this is on my local disk. You can also do it in your Google Drive if you like. But let's so you can call it Google Meet code, any name that you like of your choice, so that you can fall back onto. Come back to. So once you are done with that, you don't have to bother yourself to test the links. They are fine. Just leave it there. Once you are done with that, you go back to your Google Drive and then create a page, a Microsoft Word document. New. Click on new. Click on your docs. So once you have that created, you can then begin to design. This is the page that will appear to your participants. This is the page that will appear to your students. So if you like, you can design it. You can say, you are welcome to our workshop. Please join using any of the following links. And then you can say your room A. You can decide to say room A, if you like. Let's say computer science. That is if you want them to be in the same group. It's your choice. But if you don't want them to be in the same group, you don't want to categorize it, you can just leave it and then move on. So room A, if you like, you can copy that, paste, and then say room B. You can copy the 2 to save your time if you don't type very fast, and then say room C, room B, and then say room E to centralize it, but that's fine. So that will not take our time. So you know what is the next thing that we'll do? This place you have to listen very carefully. It's very important. Just highlight room A, and then before you highlight room A, go back to your notepad and copy this into the memory. As you copy, please do not copy along room A. Only copy the link from HTTPS, from H to the end. Once you select that, you will now look for a clip, like our normal clip that women normally use to clip things for babies when we were babies. That's what our women use, you know. You look for that icon and you click on it. That will give you a space where you can now paste the link. Just paste the link and apply. You are good to go for room A. Do the same for room B. Go back to your notepad and do the same. Copy what you have in your notepad of B. Highlight room B. Go to your link. Paste the link inside that space. Apply that as well. Go to your room C. Do the same thing. Highlight C. Go to your link as well. Copy everything. And then go to your link again. You post that. You apply. We are left with 2. Go back again. And select. Select for D. Highlight D. Click on the link. Paste it. You apply it. Highlight room E. Paste on the meeting for room E. Don't forget again, like I said, don't copy from the text. Only copy from the link, from the hypertext transfer protocol, secure hypertext transfer protocol, which starts with H. Click on that. Click on your link, and you are good to go. Don't bother yourself to save because it's automatically saved on your system. So your breakout rooms, yes, this is you can call it breakout rooms. Breakout, is it a single word or 2 words? I don't know. Breakout rooms. Breakout rooms. Breakout rooms are now ready. So all of these ones are just flat files. They don't have any links. This is just to give them instruction as to what to do. So once you have that, you now go to your URL, to your address bar here, where are selected. You go to your address bar because that is the link. This will now be the link to your rooms. This will be the link to this particular page. So you click here, you highlight here, and you right click to copy. Go and save that as well, possibly in the same environment. Paste that, and then call it breakout link. So once you have that and you have already saved it in the memory, you are good to go. The next thing now, because you want to direct your students or you want to direct your audience to this platform. So what you have to do is you go to your classroom. You go to your Google Classroom. Your Google Classroom, which I believe you know how to get there. If you don't know how to get there, I'm going to demonstrate that as well. Okay. You go to your email. You know how to get your email. So once you're in your email, you come here again where that's the link to the application. You click here and you look for your classroom. click here and you look for your classroom. Here it is. Click here, and that will launch you in your classroom. So it will ask you an authentication to get into that classroom. So don't forget, like I said, you log in with your OAU email if you are working from here, from OAU. So the next thing is to click on next to be able to provide, because I have like 3 emails here, Google Mails on my phone. Sorry, on my computer as it is. So you then choose whichever one you want to log in with. So I choose this, and it's going to log me in because I've already, the authentication is already there, which is going to be automated, and then it will launch me into classroom. So this brings us to our classroom environment. Once you are in your classroom, these are the classes that I have. A few classes that we have set up that I have. These are our TPD 503. Yeah, this is what this is for TPD 503. These are the breakout rooms. And this is what we have created here to link us to the breakout rooms of TPD 503. So this is what brings us to, bring the student to the classrooms where they can log into. But for our own case, this is what we want to do. We are not logging, we are not coming in here to TPD 503. Now, within your classroom, Google Classroom, if you are in one class as it is, you can also go to another class by clicking here. Top left. You click here, you see a drop-down menu of a number of classes that you have. So in our own case, we want to perform operation now on Akada 777. The choice of this that they has to do by others. And what the 777 perfect, and we want to, not that we don't know this thing, but because we want to perfect it, that's why we are interacting. So 777 will take us to our environment. So a good number of people are here on this platform that have accepted the invitation to join. They're already here. I'll show you now. So this is your classroom environment. Within your classroom environment, if you look at your on top here, there are about 4 buttons or 4 categories. The first thing you will see here is stream, followed by classwork, followed by people, then followed by grades. So I'm going to start with stream. Stream is the environment that would permit you to communicate, to announce things to your class. But I think this is what we're going to do now, because I'm watching the time. I want us to achieve that purpose within this same period. So I'm not going to delve too much within this classroom. So this is where we're going to post our announcement. The announcement is for the students to be aware that there's a breakout session for them, or a breakout platform for them, where they should meet you as a teacher. So just announce to the students, the breakout session for our class is ready. Please, our classes hold twice in a week. The first class is on Monday, so that at least you have to be giving them that information so that they will schedule your time Monday 3 to 4 p.m. Just put it normally as you would do, and Wednesday 9 to 10. Just dress it as you like. We don't have time to begin to dress, so just dress as you like. So the next thing you want to do now is you can also tell them, click on any of the rooms. Join the class. Join the class. So as simple as that. So the next thing is you come down here, you will see a button add, as if you want to add an attachment. And that's what we want to do. But in this case, the kind of attachment we want to add is not a file, but rather a URL. Or rather, a URL is a short for Universal Resource Locator or Uniform Resource Locator. But anyway, let me not complicate it. It's the path That is a path to our documents that we created the other time in our Google Drive. So just click here and then say, we are not going to Google Drive, don't worry. You can go to Google Drive, this is an option. But then we already have our link copied into the memory of our computer, which is there with us. You just click on link and post your link. Mind you, don't forget, you are only posting the link, have the link now. You are only posting the link to your Google Doc that you created here. I'm going to go back there here. Okay, is this the one we did? No, this was 250. Here, which you copied from here. So you copy this link and you copy it, you post it here. That's what you have done. So the next thing is to just post and announce to them. You also know that your post can also be scheduled. Maybe you have time now, and in the next 2 weeks, you still want to communicate with your students, but then you want them to already know that you have done a few things on grant, and you don't want to put, still put your mind there that, oh, I have things to do. You can schedule the post to post at a particular time. If you have not completed the post, you can save it as a draft, but that's not what we want to do now. But we want to post immediately. So you now click here to post. And if you are on our network, if you are within this environment, if you have accepted that thing, the code I sent to you, you should be looking at this screen now. If you go back to your acada.77, if you have joined. So the students will now come, because this is visible to them at the other hand as well, because you have invited them into your classroom. You have invited them into your classroom. I'm not going to go through that. I assume that we already know how to do that. But then let me quickly show you. So to invite your students to your classes, you go to classwork, you go to people, because and within that people environment, we have 2 sections. We have for teachers, we have for students. So this is where you invite your teachers, your co-teachers on that same work that wants to work with you within this particular course. You just click here, and all you need to do to add them is to put their email address here. Put the email addresses here and click on invite. I'm not going to do that because we've done that. So I have a number of students that are filed in here, only 46,110 that registered. You see them over here. So you invite your students as well from here. So I use the email that you submitted on the application. I copied that, and I just posted it here. I just pasted it here. So you don't have to be typing the emails one by one. If you have like 1,000 emails, you just harvest the email and post it here, and that's all you need to do. So once you post the email here, the invite menu will be highlighted. All you need to do is just click on invite, and your students will not be receiving the emails. And then once they are clicking one by one, you find out that this person, Dr. Lurutimi has, accepted this. Prof. Adebayo has accepted it. Prof, you're welcome, sir. I'm sorry I couldn't recognize you, but I'm doing that now. He has accepted it. We have a number of people like that. So all of these ones that are highlighted in a gray color, they have not accepted the invitation. So that is what you find. So all of those ones that have accepted the invitation will see the announcement you have posted here. And that is what we have. Now, to now demonstrate how that works, you just click on the untitled document if you like. Like I said, you can put the title, put anything, but whether you put title or not, once you click here, it will launch us into that page. It will launch us into that page, and we can begin to click on the links to see. So we're going to, if you have, we're going to experiment. If you are in that environment, you have joined the class, and you have seen that announcement, click on it as well with me, and then go to room A. Once you click on it, you will see the Google Meet link here. Once you click on it, it will launch you into that meeting. I am launching the room now. Then to now prompt you as well to log in with your credentials, with your login name and your password. So it's going to do the same thing for the student that wants to log in at the other end, because it will not allow visitors to log in. Only if they have been invited, only if they have been configured to join them. So it's trying to bring up the video now, launch us into that room. So if you are also there, let us meet in room A. Let us meet in room A. Camera is steady. Let's meet in room A. Yeah, join now. Once I click here, I'm going to join now. Don't worry whether you want to present or you are just a participant. You can click on present now. You can also click on join now. But not to worry. Whether you click on join or present, you can still click on a button that will give you opportunity to present. So we're going to see that as well. Just join that meeting. And you are waiting. Don't worry about this. I'm going to talk about it. And you are waiting for your participants. You're already here. So if you are following me and you are at that point, I'd like you to join me in this room, because I'm the only one here. If you can see this now, I'm the only one here now. But this is an assurance now that the meeting is live. You see me here now in this chat room. So if I can get 2 or 3 persons also in that room, that shows that we have configured a live and a correct room. Good morning.
Please, we're unable to join in. Is asking us for access. That is requesting for access for us.
We have seen the.
Not here now. The Google Classroom is created for us in Akada. That was supposed to join room A, B, C, D. We're unable to join to open the drive now. We're unable to open to access the rooms.
So I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Which room are you speaking from?
We received the notification that you have created a class in the classroom, but then we now clicked on the drive attached, and then we were unable to open that drive because it said we need access. So we then sent a mail requesting access.
Well, don't worry. We'll sort that out before you'll fully join the next class, which will be starting at 11. Not to worry, we'll fix that. So, so I was saying, let's move on. So if you can join me here, that's a new room created for us. You do the same for room B. You do the same for room C. You do the same for room D. So you as a presenter, please note this. You as a presenter, you have to be in all of the rooms. But you know, through experience, you get to notice that majority of, if you don't log in on time, majority of your students will have taken over, fill up all the rooms even before your arrival. So I advise that you log in on time on each of the pages and be waiting for your students. It's like you get to class and you're waiting for the students to come. So make sure you are logged in. But then if you are not, you find that you couldn't log in on a particular platform, there is no way you can reach them. So I would advise in that instance that you ask them to log out, still tell them that log out and meet me in another room if you could not see me. So by that, 1 or 2 or 3 of them will have logged out. So that way you just log in and then they will sort themselves. 1 or 2 of them out of the 1,000 students will sort themselves out, possibly up into another room that is not filled up. So that's one of the tricks to do that. So and then to present, because as it is now, they will not see your screen. You have to present. But as you present, you are going to click this button here. I hope you can still see me. It's down. You click on this button, present now. And when you click on present now, on one of the rooms, and whatever you do here, you are going to repeat the same in all the rooms. So you are going to, if you share your entire screen, they can see your entire screen. In fact, I'm even sharing my entire screen so that at least if I navigate to anywhere, you can see that as well. From navigate as it is from here, just like I'm taking you through all of it. If you want to do all of this training, you can navigate, you can share your entire screen. But don't forget, when you have shared your entire screen, you have to be careful of what you put on your screen. So you share your entire screen. As you share your entire screen, it's waiting, it's already shining. You do the same on the next class as well. Maybe the next room rather. You go to the next room, you present again, present now, and you share your screen. Me, I always like to share entire screen. It's free, take you to this place. And then you can click here, and then you click here again to share. So that way you don't have any other thing to go to the next room again and repeat the same procedure. So you go to the next room again here and also share whatever you want to share here as well. But mind you, you can also share your windows. You can click here and then share your windows. But meanwhile, your windows ought to have been opened before now. Whichever window you want to share must be open. You know, you must have possibly opened your PowerPoint down in your possibly your Google Drive, or on your desktop, or on your computer system. So just click that particular link you want to share, or that particular window you want to share, and then say share now. So once you click there, the student will begin to see it. So you repeat the same procedure throughout the rooms. That is just the trick. But don't forget that when you do that, you have to ensure that you have already unmuted yourself on all the environments. This is where to mute and unmute. I have muted myself and I just unmuted again. So ensure that they can hear you from all, unmute your system from all the rooms so that they can hear you from wherever you're speaking from. So that is just the trick. So once you are done with that, then you are good to go. You begin to make your presentations. I have this PowerPoint here. You can go back to your local drive because me, I'm sharing my entire screen. And that's why you can see this screen now. You can begin to even do as if you are presenting your slide on your local system. I just click that. If you like, you can hide this. You can just begin to click your mouse like you used to do and be speaking to it. And everybody on all the rooms, they can view what you're doing. On all the rooms, they can see what you are doing. They can see whatever you are doing. They can see you from that end. And at the same time, like I said, you can also go to your Google Drive and bring out any file there which you want to share. Let's say that I go back to my Google Drive and I'm looking for all my files. Which file do I want to present again to this student? So something like that. So yeah, okay, I found one. So just double click here. Because you're also sharing your entire screen, you will just see the file also loaded here. Still loading, it's still loading. Yeah, it's also loaded here. It's also loaded here, and you can begin to present this to your student as well. Your local system, where we're coming from. So you can apparently present many slides to your student. You can also flip away from here and go to my welcome page and show them another thing here, and then go back again to your original file in your Google Drive as well. So you can do whatever you like and then begin to manipulate whatever you want to do. Oh, that's my Google Drive. I think I can now present the meetings. So this is it here. This is another PowerPoint here. That is what you have to do. It's as simple as that. Am I making sense, please? Are you still with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Also, let me give you the floor now. If what we have been saying you are not clear about, you can also click on presenting as well. Like I said, within this your Google environment is to bring a larger screen to fill up your entire screen from your Google Drive. And that's what it's doing. These are the documents are loaded from Google Drive. Once it's fully loaded here, you can begin to follow it, and you will see the flow. And before I conclude, one other thing I want to mention is the recording of your presentation. You can see now it's taking us to that screen, which we have here, taking us to the screen, which we have here, bringing us here, bringing us here, bringing us here. It's bringing us here, and you are good to go. So to go back to your presentation, like I said, it is important for you to record your sessions if that is what you want to do. So at the end of the day, especially those that may be missing your class, or for those that want to listen to you over and over again. So once you come here before your presentation, while you are just chatting with them when they first arrived, you may not need to trigger the recording. Just after the chat, just let them know that you want to begin recording now. Or if you like, you may not bother to tell them that you are beginning the recording. So the recording is just here. Look at here. You can see 3 dots. You'll see 3 dots here below your presentation. Once you click here, you will see recording. As it is now, I am recording this session. So my recording is on. So if I want to stop this recording, I'll just click on that button, and that will be off. But if I do not click on that button, let's say there is power failure or there is the internet out and things like that, Google will automatically stop it for you and will save it in your Google Drive. And will send an email to you alerting you that your video is ready. So when you now have the video ready in your platform, what you do is you go back to the Google Drive as well to catch your video, which is already recorded and stored for you on your drive. So that's why I said that all of these softwares, they work, applications, they work hand in hand. So you go back to your Google Drive, and the reason why you're going back to your Google Drive is you want to ensure that your video is recorded. Your video, this is one of my recordings, this is one of my videos. This is a look for your video. You will have ordinarily received an email alerting you about that. But then you look at, you can see the time, the timestamp there. The time, this is, I think this is a video as well. This is if I click here, let me click here. So you click on the video. Like me, I recorded several videos for a single session most of the time, so that if one is not good, and then I'll just come on another. Oh, so this is another one. This is not a video. I'll just close this.
Sir, I have a question. The recording, which format is it, and can it be played in any other application apart from Google? Can I download
that's
it?
a black. That's a. Sorry, one second. Let me take us to that video, because I want us to get that as well. So once you get to I'm looking for it. If you see it first, please let me know. Okay. Let's assume this is my video. I click on my video. The video will open, and then there will be a path there on my address bar. That is what I want to copy. Let's say this is your video. Your video is playing. What I normally do is I ensure that I check the video, that the video is worth it before I put it on. So once you are finished watching the video, all you need to do is, while the video is playing, you just copy the path here again. Copy. If you like, save that in a notepad, or straight away go back to your classroom and create an announcement and announce to them that the video for the just concluded class is ready. You go to your classroom, to your stream, and then put another announcement. Just say, just like we did for the breakout sections, like the video for the just conclude. That is a unit, I think it's MP4. The format is decided by Google itself, and whichever format you have it, there are programs that can permit you to convert to different formats. So that will not be a problem for you as a teacher. It will also be a problem for the students to open it from their end as well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Any other question?
Thank you, sir. We will get the recorded content.
Come again? Yes, the recording will be available to you if you are in our network, because we will disseminate the path to the recording through our communication network. So if I get attempts to fill the application form so that we can have access to your email and communicate with you thereafter.
Thank you, Dr. Awolowo.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have a question. I'm not too familiar with this notepad. I don't even use it. So, but I noted that you use notepad to copy the link. Was there a particular reason for preparing notepads to? Could we have used Word documents? Please, can you shed light on that?
Yes, definitely. You can use documents, but don't mind me, because I do a bit of programming as well. So I love to work with text files. So you can do it in Microsoft Word, you can do it in any environment. All you just need to do is just put your files there and be able to do what you have to do, link your files.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Does that satisfy you? Okay. Thank you.
Yes, that.
Any other question? Okay. So can we welcome any other question from, if you have any other question from anybody?
Another question, please.
Okay.
Yes, this Google Drive as well is something I've not been using. Now, if you put everything in Google Drive, if your email is hacked, for instance, will someone be able to access everything you have in your Google Drive?
Our Telegram, because that is where we have it at our fingertips to communicate. So I'm going to post this here now. If you have not joined, to please click on that. There you can ask your questions. We can still continue to discuss, and if there is going to be additional information that you need to have, we'll be disseminating it there. That's the link for the Telegram. And let me also post the link to the form if you want to be listed on our database, so that we can communicate in case we're having additional courses. It could be still on this or some other ones that could benefit you. Let me see. So that we should be able to complete the form from here. I'm going to also post that on the chat, within the chat environment for us as well. Let me also do the same for our guests. Sorry, I appreciate everybody, and I thank you for your comments. If I'm not replying now, not that I ignore your comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's for the form, and this is for the, okay. So is there any other question, so that they'll begin to usher in the second stream? As they're joining us.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hello, please, sir.
This whole session can also be recorded. Nothing that you can also record this whole training. So you can, since it is recorded, you can also go over it later in the day.
Yeah, we are doing that already.
Okay.
We are recording this session already.
Individual can
yes,
also
from your
record
end.
it.
Yes. Sure, from your end. You can also do the same.
But
yes,
that's
thank you so much. You can also do the same from your end as well. You can also do the same from your end. So let me stop this recording and I start another one.